Welcome back to my channel. You can call me Pat. Today's topic, Dana White is out of the dark. You probably heard like a week ago, I think it was on Monday this week, when Dana White came out and said that he was infected and he had COVID-19. I think him and his whole family, his wife, his mother-in-law, his daughter, something like that. So yesterday, this video is from yesterday, he came out and he said he's good. He's out of the dark. He tested negative, right? So we have two reports of him explaining exactly what he did, and let's go ahead and react to it. I also have a report explaining exactly what happened during the whole week. Disclaimer, I am not a physician. I am not a doctor. I am not telling you to do or to follow exactly what he did here. I'm just informing you of what happened and what he did, his decision to get out of the dark. So again, as you can read probably on my bottom here, at the bottom of my video, get the latest information from the CDC about COVID-19, right? This is just a disclaimer. I'm not trying to promote anything here. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this.
These fear campaigns keep going and going and going. And, we're Americans, man. We're resolute. We're going to move on. I mean, your message, are you going to stay resolute with the UFC? You're going to stay open no matter what? You're not going to lock down? You're going to stick with the scientific reasoned approach going forward?
I'm never locking down. I'm never forcing people to be vaccinated, any of that type. And it's not a political thing. This is the way it should be. This is a free country. It's like what I was just telling you about COVID. So if you get COVID and you have a certain amount of people that are telling you that they did this system, the monoclonal antibodies and the ivermectin, and it worked for them, and they were 100% healthy, and I tested negative in 5 days, why wouldn't you try it? Because here's the alternative. If you call a regular doctor, he says, isolate yourself by yourself away from everybody else for 10 days, and if you start to get so sick that you're dying, go to the hospital. What? How about day one we throw the kitchen sink at this thing and try to beat it?
Okay, so that's the first video. Again, I am not promoting what he's saying. This was his experience, all right? But I like the fact that he said it is not going to shut down the MMA and the fighting and all that, which is a good thing, right? Because it's entertainment. So here's a second video of him, Dana White, talking with TMZ Sport. Let's go ahead and listen to this.
Question on everybody's mind. We were worried about you. How you doing?
Incredible. Today is day 5, testing positive for COVID. And this morning at 9 o'clock, I tested negative. Thank you, Dr. Joe Rogan.
Wait, is it time we actually give Joe Rogan his medical license? He got Aaron Rodgers healthy in like 2.
Obviously, Joe Rogan is not a doctor, right? For anybody who's going to be like, oh, you're promoting Joe Rogan as a doctor. No. He's experienced, all right? Okay, my bad. Let's go ahead and listen to this.
Thank you, Dr. Joe Rogan.
Wait, is it time we actually give Joe Rogan his medical license? He got Aaron Rodgers healthy in like 2 days.
And himself. He did it himself and like 40 other people that he's close to, he's done this with. So, and here's the reality. In all seriousness, Joe Rogan is a brilliant guy, and he talks to the most brilliant people out there. He studies, he does his homework on all this stuff. And, it's a fact that this works. And not just me. So me and my wife are both 53 years old. We both did it. My daughter is 15 years old. She did it. My mother-in-law is 80 years old. She did it. When I was just sitting here waiting to talk to you, my mother-in-law went strolling by here. She's on her way over to get a massage. Everybody feels like $1 million, man.
So that's a good thing. That's good. I'm happy he's okay. His family is okay. And so here is how it all started. UFC President Dana White family all test positive for COVID-19 after Thanksgiving gathering. So it happened a couple of time ago. This was posted on December 1st, right? UFC President Dana White and his family have all tested positive for COVID-19 after a Thanksgiving gathering, he said on Wednesday. That was past Wednesday, right? He said that when he speak to Jim Rome podcast, he said he's now in isolation after a family trip to Maine for Thanksgiving. Everyone who attended the trip, he said, has now tested positive for the coronavirus. So that's how it all started. And now we have a report of him just being out of the dark. Dana White announced he's COVID-free thanks to Dr. Joe Rogan. Obviously, Joe Rogan is not a doctor, right? He consulted his own doctor and he made his own decision. So this was posted yesterday, and I posted this video today, Sunday, just in case you didn't know about it. So it says, 5 days after he said he tested positive for COVID-19, UFC President Dana White revealed he has now tested negative for the virus and planned to return to work on Monday, per doctor's order. So good for him. That's good for him. White clarified to TMZ that doctor is his actual doctor, not Dr. Joe Rogan, of course. Thank you for that clarification. Whom he thanked for recommending a controversial cocktail of drug that he said treated 40 other friends of the UFC commentator, including NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Wow. So White said his wife, daughter, and mother-in-law also underwent the treatment, which include monoclonal antibodies, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide drip, vitamin, all those stuff. So Joe Rogan is a brilliant guy, and he talks to the most brilliant people out there. White said he studies, he does his homework, and all that is a fact that it works. So I'm not promoting it. I'm just letting you know what happened with Dana White. Tested positive for COVID 5 days later. With everything he did, consulting his doctor and his friend, he was able to get out of it. And 5 days later, he's great. And he said he felt like $1 million. So White said on Wednesday that after losing his sense of smell and taste and confirming he was positive for COVID-19, he immediately turned to Rogan for advice. So he turned to Rogan's advice on Wednesday. He tested positive last Sunday or Monday, and on Wednesday, he had no sense of smell and taste, called Joe Rogan. 1 day after he started the regimen, White, who said he had been immunized prior to his COVID positive and added he wasn't an crazy anti-vax conspiracy theorist, said he smelled and tasted at return. That's good. 1 day later, White and the UFC have resisted the vaccine mandate. We all know that. So it's a good thing that he's not going to shut the UFC with the variant coming out, the Omicron and all that, right? And he said, this is a free country, right? You can do whatever you want to do. And he is vaccinated, but he still got COVID. He felt really bad. Him, his wife, his mother-in-law, his daughter, and they followed Joe Rogan's regimen, right? I'm not telling you should follow that regimen. Consult your doctor, get the latest information from the CDC about COVID-19. So I still got COVID, that's what he said, and I wasn't going to lay around for days and see how this thing was going to play out for me. And I think that's what happened when you get COVID. They just sent you home. They sent you home. I don't know exactly what the doctor tells you. I've never personally had COVID to the point where the doctor had to tell me, go home and then tell me exactly what to do, right? I know what other people's, I know some people had COVID and yeah, they sent you home. You have to stay, you have to drink a lot of water, but I don't want to get into the specific because I'm not a doctor, right? Consult your doctor on that, but that's a good thing. Dana White is out of it. He tested negative and he's ready to go back to work. And the news is he's thanking Joe Rogan, who he called Dr. Joe Rogan, right? Kind of a little joke there. But let me know what you think about this. This is good for him. I think that's a good thing. Thank you. God bless you.